Ooh, hello. Now let's see if... Ooh, hello. Okay. Hopefully double mic won't be coming through because I did turn on my main speaker or my main PC for this. So 16 minutes while we get to wait and listen to Oblivion music. Campfire. Theater mode. And you get to see... I should probably fix that, but it might be a little late at this point. Shit. This probably would have been easier on my Xbox. Shoot. You know what? Full screen. Now you can't see it. Too late though. Haha! I am not a professional at this at all. So, I got 15 minutes. I'm gonna mute for the time being. And, wait. If anyone pops in, I'll turn my mic back on. Until then, enjoy. Alright, 5 minutes to go. Still talking to myself. Who cares? Anyway, I remember playing Oblivion on the 360 right after I got Morrowind because I thought it was a direct sequel, and in a way it is. It's not really though, but ooh, we're getting fire in the background now. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I suck at a Morrowind, since it is more of a true of an RPG than, say, Oblivion, only because you need specific specs to be able to beat enemies. In Oblivion, it was pretty much you can hit anything at any time. You just did a lower amount of damage, per se. But I played Oblivion a lot. I got all the DLC. Yes, I'm pretty sure I even got the horse armor. So I'm guilty of that. But truly enjoyed it, and gonna self-report here. I didn't actually beat the campaign multiple times. I would start and then beat some of the campaign and then just kind of free roam. But yeah, I do think the story for Oblivion was much better than Skyrim. And I will stick with that. It's also neat to hear Sean Bean, who dies at the end. That's his curse. Sean Bean never lives. What else? Oh yeah, the same like 6 voice actors. Hopefully they might have added at least one more this time around. If they added at least one more, that would be nice. But yeah, looking forward to seeing this. I'm not looking forward to playing it right away, simply because I have OG Oblivion with all the DLC, and there's so many games coming out next in the next couple of days / month, with Expedition 33, Doom. I'm still working on Doom Eternal right now. I just got the Unmaker again last night. So yeah, and I'm still working on my Star Wars video. Yes, I know it's been a while. It's just building up the quote-unquote desire to listen to my voice 18,000 times. So yeah, I will probably eventually get to this remake or remaster at some point, but it's not going to be right away with everyone else. Just in case you haven't noticed, I do move at my own pace, at my own desire. So especially when Doom comes out, I probably will not begin on that right away, but I am looking forward to it. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. It's amazing looking at the difference between my my laptop screen while I'm actually recording this or streaming this now, and the PC. See what if anyone pops in. 14, 13, 12. And then I look at over here. 34, 33. All right, here we go. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Sorry. All right, here we go. Still Bethesda. And there's the company that actually remastered it.
hold our future in your hands.
Patrick Stewart still, yay.
Take with you my blessings and the hope of the Empire.
That's a cool background.
Find him and close shut the jaws of oblivion.
All right. All right, show over. See you tomorrow.
Here we are 20 years later.
Yeah, 20, jeez. I feel old suddenly.
When you think about the Elder Scrolls, to us it goes beyond game franchise.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Obviously, we're working on
Did they make the
6th
first one?
chapter here. But what's great about the Elder Scrolls is being able to look back at all of the chapters. Skyrim,
Oh,
Oblivion,
man.
Morrowind, Daggerfall, Arena, and each of them try to define role-playing games and open-world games for their generation.
Fans
Skyrim
got so
didn't
connected
feel
with
like
the worlds
RPG
we've made
though.
and these stories we're
Personal
telling,
opinion.
It's really amazing.
Oblivion was a real defining moment in the series and for how we make games as a studio.
Okay.
I think when it comes to a remaster, we want people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time.
But you're not
You
going
wanna
to
keep those
because
bones
the
in place.
nostalgia
You want
is going to
some
be
of that
nice, but it's not going to be the
old
same.
charm.
Coming back to Oblivion now with this tremendous visual update is absolutely amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's so much there.
As long as it's not
both
muted
for the Elder
or
Scrolls
muddy
world
like the
and
screenshots
also
were.
This evolution of our games, I think, is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Looking back and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20 years and working with these people, like, it's really special.
You also had smaller teams, more dedicated.
Yeah, there are still quite a few people that I've worked with for that long, and it
Oh God,
sort of
those
gave me the warm
PCs.
fuzzies.
Oh my God, it's been 20 years. I think the thing that gets me the most is the music. Like when you hear that music at the main menu, there's just like, there's this like flood of nostalgia.
Oblivion
That's probably what's driving this
is
right
the
now, too.
beginning of who I am as an individual, as a game developer. It all starts with this.
Okay.
I don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like, they loved it.
Such a key moment in our history of making games and the evolution of how we build these worlds, and having players be able to come back and experience that is really amazing. We had that really special moment of coming out into the world for the first time, what that meant to this game.
But also,
Every time we think
probably
about
was more
Oblivion, it's,
accessible
what
to
if
a
we could give
like a
that
larger
moment to everybody
audience.
again?
I was born 87 years ago.
Old man.
For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
Haha.
I have seen the gates of oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
It's muted. Probably can argue it's sun going down, but damn. Fog. Oh, no fog, okay. It looks a little bit better.
Whether you're reliving these moments or experiencing them for the first time, the world of Oblivion Remastered immediately looks and feels incredible. When we decided to remaster Oblivion, we were really picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it right.
Well,
Our
yeah,
partners
you
at
want to do it
Virtuos
right.
went above
Duh.
and beyond to bring our vision to life. The care and love they've poured into the Oblivion Remaster has been absolutely breathtaking.
Welcome to Paris, and welcome to Virtuos. Our team
Thank
here
you.
has been hard at work delivering the best remastered Oblivion experience possible. We've worked with Bethesda Game Studios on other projects in the past, So we know what makes that team and their games special.
Alright, so the screenshots they showed did look really muddy. These look a little bit better.
The remaster more friendly to gamers with modern hardware. This is Oblivion in its most complete form.
Fire, though. I know fire is difficult, but damn, that was bad. That looked better.
About time someone got here. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Those familiar with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events that set the stage for Skyrim. You embark on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
From unleashing the Daedric Prince of Destruction.
What was the Oblivion Crisis? What happened to the previous Emperor of Cyrodiil? Why are there only 8 divines instead of 9? In addition to the core game, the remaster contains all add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering Isles, and Knights of the Nine.
Shivering Isles.
On a personal level, it was really important to me
Knights of the Nine felt weird.
Preserving the magic of the original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
This is a dream project for me, right? I mean, I'm a fan. I have been always a fan.
Well, I played Oblivion for perhaps 10,000 hours.
Oblivion was my first Elder Scrolls game, and it was one of the games that made me want to be a game developer.
That's
the
nice.
best way to describe it would be to call it a love letter.
As long as it's not a shit love letter.
You will find your own path, but there will be blood and death before the end.
So it is more or less just graphical updates. It's not new voice actors.
The technology
all the
we
DLC.
used to create the original was cutting edge at the time, but tools have come a long way since then.
Yeah, that was one of the screenshots that didn't make it look very good.
The original Oblivion is still the heart and soul of the remaster, but we use Unreal Engine 5 to help achieve all our visual goals. We think of the Oblivion game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost 20 years.
But it's not just about pure fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style, making it as uniquely Oblivion as possible.
As long as there's like no draw distance fog.
Opens a portal into the painting. You're
Whoa.
stuck here like I am.
Because if there's a
wonderful place. Good for a visit. Or eternity.
I remember that. I love that
every
one.
major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies. We created brand new, highly detailed character models and stunning
Is that
landscapes
Red
that use
13?
millions of polygons in each asset, allowing us a truly impressive level of detail in the world. Every single asset in this game was completely redesigned and handcrafted from scratch. We implemented an advanced real-time lighting system that accurately simulates how light interacts with the environment. This results in more realistic lighting and atmospheric effects. While the
Until
original
you get
game
to the
had limited
gates.
dynamic shadows, now the entire world reacts naturally to light. We used an incredible new lip sync technology that really enhanced performance in our characters.
He left us a warning. Heed it.
And real tools helped us
I'm
create
not
the
liking
base mesh
that
of our
though.
characters.
It looks too
From there,
unnatural.
our artists sculpt each race individually to adapt it to the mesh, allowing us to share the model, rig, and textures. As a result, all races, including Argonians, Orcs, and Khajiits, are built on the same
God,
base
the
mesh,
Khajiits are gonna be
making
so
the lip sync
weird.
system more
That
effective,
one was weird
even when the
too.
characters have very different facial features.
Welcome to the guild.
That looked
We have
natural.
access to so many modern
Which
rendering
is
features.
weird.
You'll see them in something as simple as running through a forest. Insects flying around, fish swimming in the water, light filtering through the leaves. Thanks to these technological advances, you feel even more immersed in this living, breathing world. You'll really believe you're in Cyrodiil.
I believe you can handle a more complicated assignment. I would like you to retrieve a carved panel from the central chamber of the High Fane.
Ooh. Oh shit. That looks cool.
It's not just visuals that we've modernized in the remaster. It's gameplay. It's UI and UX. It's audio. We've updated features and systems across the board.
Okay.
We've changed the approach to leveling, which I think will make a lot of people happy. It's inspired by the leveling systems of both Oblivion and Skyrim, so it's the best of both worlds.
I was always confused about Skyrim's leveling system,
We were able
but
to fully recreate the character models.
then they
creating
came out with
physicality that feels
creations.
More human. You see that in places like combat animations. There's a lot more separation between the upper and lower body, and all the animations have more flourish.
Oh, so if this is
Combat in the original Oblivion
Hold on.
didn't have sound effects, visual effects, or hit reactions. Now you'll get blood splatters, sparks, and controller feedback.
Okay.
It's a little thing, but little things add up to make the combat more modern and engaging.
Yeah, but I turned off the vibrate. Anyway, I was gonna say, if that's all the UI, hold on. If that's the UI being shown throughout the videos, I do like the more simplified version of it. I'm not a, like, don't give me 15,000 different things on my screen kind of person.
The original had third person, but there was no crosshair, and we felt the experience could be modernized. One of our goals was to have a third-person view that compared to Starfield in terms of playability. Now, the third-person perspective has all the same control you get from the first-person view.
You have my ear, citizen.
When Oblivion first launched,
Greetings. How goes it?
There we
How
go.
are you? Disk storage limits meant we couldn't have unique voiceovers for all the races. So we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue. Each race represented in the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
We also made sure
That's
to
good.
keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes it's so random, and then they just, hi there.
Hi there.
But it's like so nice and creepy at the same time.
Stop. You violated the law. Stop. You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum.
Stop right there, criminal
Stop!
scum.
Cheese for everyone.
Cheese for everyone. We are going to steal one of the Elder Scrolls from the Imperial Palace. You need to find the reading room. The blind priests will deliver a scroll to you there. Do not speak to the priests. They're blindfolded. I've chosen you because you are the best. Good luck.
I don't remember this mission.
Stop! You violated the law. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Then pay with your blood.
Armor looks different too.
As games have developed over the past 20
That looks
years,
so muddy.
players have come to expect a certain suite of tools and controls.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because it was such a big debate internally among our teams. Some of us were absolute purists, but ultimately, we decided it's 2025 and people are going to want to sprint. In fact, all of the character locomotion has been completely redone from scratch.
Wait, I don't remember.
And
You
that has
can't
a
sprint
huge
in the original
impact
one?
From the very beginning of the game.
Shit, I have to go back and try
Every
that.
single updated or new feature was implemented with the player in mind. It all comes down to what makes Oblivion, Oblivion. What are those features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game?
The mini games are the mini games. Those are so iconic to Oblivion.
Yeah.
How's it go again?
Like lockpicking.
Fuck
You can put
lockpicking.
a fresh coat of paint on it, but you can't change it too much because it's part of the core experience.
Whether you're returning to Cyrodiil or you're a newcomer,
I'm going to follow you.
Oh god, no!
The ground you
No!
you instantly feel at home. It just feels better. We've modernized a lot, but it's still the same incredible adventure and the same carefully handcrafted world.
Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been waiting?
No.
Oblivion is a core part of the story of Bethesda Game Studios. None of what we're surrounded by right now would be here if we hadn't made that game and if it hadn't been the success that it was. the effort that we put into
Did feel
it,
like a
the-
very
the sort
unique
of
new story at the
love that
time,
went into
too.
it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough,
But
where
then you get to
you're in a position where you can
Skyrim, and it's just
remaster
like,
it, it's a privilege.
And now, to help introduce this game to a new generation of players, I feel so lucky.
I really think that people, when they jump back into the remaster, they're going to be shocked at just how good the game looks. Oblivion Gates look
Summoning.
absolutely incredible, and I think they're just going to find themselves lost in the world.
I always stuck with basic spells:
Even if
fire,
it's just the music,
ice,
for
lightning,
example, just
heal.
walking around for half an hour in the world. You
Yep, that's
feel
me. That's what I did.
Something, and that's precious.
I'll feel
Going
nothing.
back to a world that you've been to before, but it's better somehow. Like, it's an intangible thing, but it's like, it's new, it's fun, like it's exciting again.
But it's ultimately the same game. There was a lot
Dude,
of
I want your
respect
shirt,
for what
your
was
sweater.
before, and I think the fans will appreciate that.
I got a coat
From
for
all of us at
Starfield.
Bethesda Game Studios,
Too poofy.
Adventurous, we want to thank you for joining us today. Oblivion has a very special place in my heart, and being able to work on this remaster and bring it to a new generation of players.
I honestly think
has
it's
been
got a
an
lot
incredible
of.
experience.
It's got places in a lot of
We were
people's
too
heart.
excited to get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait.
Uh-oh. Does that mean it's out now?
The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion remaster will be available
Oh!
today.
Wow! Well, I think a lot of people saw that coming, but cool! Now I'm gonna have to go check.
I was born 87 years
Oh, give me a sec, guys.
But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
Mute this real quick. No, I said mute.
This is the 27th
Mute.
of last seed. The year of Akatosh 433.
Akatosh.
These are the closing days of the third era. And the final hours.
Come on.
Of my life.
Come on, Xbox. Oh, it's already up there on Game Pass. And it's $50.
Beyond which no waking eye may see.
Nice. Sing. No quick time. No quick time events.
Worse is yet to come.
Sorry. I just thought that was hilarious.
It's clear.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Who now will save us from the coming darkness?
Me! Do 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 do.
Here you must find your own path.
Rawr. Oh yeah, you can get a unicorn.
Find him. And close shut the jaws
of oblivion. Do 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 do. Oh, there's a deluxe edition too. What's the? Let's check out the deluxe edition. Sorry, did it say PS5? Okay. Gameplay stream. I'm probably gonna skip that one. Let's see what these add-ons are. Unique Avatar of Akatosh, Amandarius, Dagon, armors, weapons, and horse armor sets. That's the deluxe edition stuff. Okay. Alright, so the game is actually okay. Pause. So the game is out, like I just said. It's for $50, and then the deluxe. What's going on here? The deluxe is $60, and you get horse armor. So yeah, if pretty much everything's still the same, It's just a more of a graphical and voice update. That's awesome. Crime scene cleaner? The fuck? Sorry, I'm completely going off track here. Oh, I think I remember seeing something like that before. But yeah, I'll get this at some point. Since it's already on Game Pass, actually, I could put it on there and play from here. But like I said, I have the original one, so don't know which one I'll do first. But want to say, look forward to playing this game again at some point. We'll see if they remaster Skyrim soon. But looking forward to getting more info on Elder Scrolls 6 at some point. Maybe more info on Starfield updates and all that as well. And yeah, I'm glad that they decided to do this remake or remaster. Before I keep rambling on and not knowing what the hell I'm going to be talking about and don't really feel like watching the gameplay, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for listening later on.